Check. Okay, I'm streaming. What the heck is up? You know what? You guys are lucky because you guys get to listen to music. I don't. So I'm gonna put some tunes on in my head. This page I'm going to ink tonight. It is from Urges 2. Got this page, and we got a nice little splash page also to hopefully get inked. I don't know. My wrist has been pretty jacked up this week. So we'll see. I don't know. But I'm hopeful. Maybe. This is pretty easy. It's just people. You know what I mean? There's not really that much background going on, so I might be able to bang out too. But who knows? It's fucking carpal tunnel. Shit sucks. Very annoying. But yeah. Before we jump into that, though, let's look at some books I picked up. How's everybody's Saturday going? Hold up. I'm a little bit late to the goddamn game here, people. Who's that? Oh, okay. Alright, let me close this. Okay. Some books that I've been looking at this week. Silver Surfer Black. Let's check this out real quick. Done by the great Tradd Moore and Donny Cates. I hadn't read this yet. Like I hadn't read this. Actually, hold up. I'm gonna go change my internet real quick. 2 seconds. Damn, bro, this shit's already fucking acting up. Holy crap, it's so hot in my house right now. Okay, we're back. It's like 80,000 degrees in my house right now. It's so hot. Alright. Don't have time, unfortunately, to warm up. So there won't be a warm-up drawing. We're going to look at some comics. Let me put some fucking tunes on real quick. What was I listening to? Not too long ago. Alright. Ooh. Very loud. Okay. So, I finally got my hands on this. I've been meaning to read this book for a minute. I have like a huge appreciation for Tradd Moore, but I haven't really read a ton of Tradd Moore's stuff that he's worked on. I've just mostly seen it on the internet, and like I save it to a Pinterest page, and used to follow his Instagram and stuff. Dude's one of the greats, obviously. I did read most of the new Doctor Strange run, but that book is really awesome. I still gotta finish it though. But I mostly just I open that book every time and I just start looking at the art. Same thing happened here, except for Donny Cates. I don't know why this guy gets so much shit. As like a, so much. There was so much hate I remember for Donny Cates. And this shit is great. This is like one of the best Marvel comics I've ever read. Like, Donny Cates is great. I'm gonna pick up some more of Donny Cates shit, because I never read any of his stuff, because I think he was kind of a controversial person or whatever in comics, and I don't know, people were just like, oh, he's like an emotional guy or something weird. I don't know, a lot of people didn't really like him, but I'm huge fan. In let's see, I think he mostly gets shit for his antics on Twitter. Oh, okay, he's one of those guys. Okay, dude, his writing is amazing. This is some of like the best written comic period that I've read in like a really long time. Like, it's very poetic, it's very believable. Like when you're reading this dialogue and like the text boxes and stuff, it's like it's written kind of like how Stan Lee tried to write Parable. If you guys have ever seen Mobius Parable, it's very kind of theatrically written. And Donny Cates goes for that here, but Donny Cates just knocks it out the park, man. Like, the writing is just, I was hooked. I read this literally in I think 2 days, which is very fast for me. The art in here, of course, I mean, I don't really have to say too much about the art in here. Like, you already know, it's fucking Tradd Moore. I actually like this stuff a little bit more than the Doctor Strange stuff, because the Doctor Strange stuff is very good, but it is like, it's almost like, what's the word? It's almost overwhelming a little bit. the Doctor Strange stuff. I feel like here it's a little bit kind of it's kind of tied in or anchored down a little bit more. Whereas that Doctor Strange book is just like complete bonkers. But this is the thing that I really like that Trad does is he thinks of the whole page, the entire page, as like a piece of art. I thought about picking up his Venom for a while now. Oh yeah, I'm gonna pick that up too. Who's the artist on that Venom book? It's probably multiple because it's like a Marvel book, but let's take a look. Let's take a little quick. Oh man, this is so annoying that my stupid light. Okay. Reading comics in the dark. Well, that's not better. Wait, hold up. Let's see if this works. It's Ivan Coelho. I don't know who that is, but I'm sure it's probably good, man. I mean, damn, you guys can't see. I don't know why it's so glary. That's very annoying. It's always something, you know. It's every time I sit down to stream, it's always something that is just like, really? We can't look at a comic book like for Rizzle without like something odd happening. Like, why the fuck is there glare all of a sudden? Oh my god. Ryan Stegman rules. Hey, what's up, Andrew? Let's see. Cates wears his love for the extreme 90s comics period on his sleeve, which rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Really? I don't feel like... I mean, I didn't really read comics in the 90s, so... I mean, if comics were written like this in the 90s, then I would have been reading all that shit. This is seriously... I'm not trying to, like... I mean, I don't know Donny Cates at all, so I guess I don't feel that weird, but... I was blown away, because usually when I pick up, like, a Marvel book... I'm usually picking it up for the art. I'm usually not gonna read, like, you know, Jason Aaron is like one of the only other guys that I'll pick something up and be satisfied with. It's great, but everybody else usually it's kind of just like, I don't want to read this shit. I don't really like superheroes that much. I've tried, but this was really sick. This is probably one of my favorite. I mean, there's so many moments in this comic. Trad Moore. I really want to talk to him and ask him, like, are you just, like... He must have just been eating up, like, Yoshikawa Zaki, I think that guy's name is. Like, the dude that did, like, Ninja Scrolls and just OVAs. Like, I wonder if Trad was, like, really into that stuff as a kid. Because you can kind of see it. Like, here, this is totally, like... I feel like if I was watching, like, some Japanese, you know, OVA... I don't know, man. It's so sick. And like this, like these yells, like I feel like you can just hear the yell. Like Trad is really good at art, obviously, but he's also really good at like selling what's being written or selling like the emotion of the character. And so reading this, it made me really want to try to do that. Keep that in mind. Also, this page is just fucking bonkers. This is just absolute bonkers. Like, how the fuck do you think of this as like an artist? Like, this is crazy. I'm pretty sure Trad's also into, like, who's that, Alex Gray? That painter that does like crazy stuff like this. This is just absolute bonkers, dude. Like, if I wonder if Donnie wrote this, or if Donnie just gave him this stuff, and then, you know, maybe like the caption is like Silver Surfer floats through the void or something, and then Trad comes up with this. Is so cool, man. There's tons of cool shit in this book, obviously. Here's some classic, like, you know, these kind of like weirdo bad guys kind of show up in Doctor Strange. I forget what the hell that Doctor Strange book is called. Let's see. He unfortunately had a bad accident a while back, lost 6 months of memory, and hasn't written much since so far, so I can tell. Oh, damn, yeah. I think the last thing he wrote was, I heard about that accident, but I didn't... That was like another weird thing, because he had this accident, and instead of people being like, oh man, I hope Donny Cates is okay, a lot of people were like shitting on him, which is where I kind of got like the thing of like, oh, Donny Cates must suck, because like everybody on Twitter is like shitting on this guy. But that's yeah. When I read into it, I was like, well, this is unfortunate. This guy got into a fucking car accident. It's like, why is everybody being mean? People on the internet suck. But I think the last thing he did was Vanish with Stegman, which is supposed to be really good. Ryan Stegman is another guy whose art I enjoy looking at when I see it on Twitter or on Pinterest. But I don't read. What the fuck is my cat doing? I don't read superhero stuff that often, so I don't really like seek it out. But when I see it, I'm always just like, damn, that motherfucker can draw. Like I saw the X-Men stuff, and I was like, damn, dude, Stegman's a beast. And he's also on the Felix squad. So every time I'm on the Felix website, I go there from time to time just to look at people's originals, and I see Stegman's originals. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this guy's a beast. But yeah, man. What's there to be said? Hold up, there's some. All right, this is crazy too. I mean, there's just so many crazy ass moments. My cat's going bonkers right now. There's just so many crazy moments in this comic, and we'd be here all day. Maybe we'll do a deep dive on this. But go pick this up if you haven't. If you're like me and you're just like, you've seen this art and you're like, this shit's cool. Go pick this up. Hold on, I gotta go see what my cat's doing. She's like destroying something. Are you killing something? What's going on here? Nuts. She's running around. Okay. Another book I wanted to show you guys. Boom. The History of Hardcore by Hunter Delaney. Hunter's cool. We met on Instagram and just been messaging each other, and I saw that this was coming out, and I didn't get a chance to give to the Kickstarter, but Nosebleed also dropped kind of at a similar time, and I was just like, hey man, like I didn't get a chance to put your book, but I'm gonna buy it. And he's like, well, I want Nosebleed, why don't we just do a trade? And I was like, all right, cool. So Hunter sent me this. This book is sick. Hunter's style is really cool. I love that it's like just super line art, very like expressive line art, like chunky inks. It's all my favorite stuff. I'm about like, I think this might be, yeah, this is actually the page I'm on. It's about hardcore, and I grew up liking a lot of these bands, especially Minor Threat. I have a Minor Threat tattoo. I try to be straight edge, but I like getting fucked up as a kid, so didn't last long. But Hunter's got a really cool style. It's very just energetic. And you can tell he's not. Oh my god, my cat is going nuts. You can tell that like he's just like going. You know what I mean? He's like putting down ink and just getting to work, which I appreciate. And yeah, man, it's a cool book. Kind of like talking about the history of hardcore, just kind of like explaining hardcore to somebody that's like not has like heard of hardcore, but not like has been like, oh, there's like all these weird stereotypes about hardcore. It's kind of like demystifying that, but in like a really cool comic form. That sounded stupid. Doing it in like comic book form, you know what I mean? There's like definitely like some superhero-esque like stuff going on in here. And yeah, I've been reading this. Jesus Christ, you guys hear that? It's my cat just going buck wild. I might have to give my cat some medicine real quick. She has a hyperthyroid and she's being very hyper right now, so it means she might need her pill to calm the fuck down. But yes, this book rules. I can't wait to finish it so I can do a deeper dive, deeper talk through of it. But really love his character work too. Really cool character work, really cool line art. Shit is cool. I can't wait to finish reading it so I can talk more about it. But yeah, if you see this, go grab it. It's really awesome. The History of Hardcore. I think you can only get it through Hunter. So, or give him a follow at least. I believe it's just Hunter Delaney. The kid is awesome. Let's see what you said. Andrew, if you get a chance, check out the first volume of Luther Strode. I think that was Moore's first comic work. It's a great horror comic in superhero drag. Oh, really? I always wondered about that book. I've heard it's amazing. I've heard it's like, I've seen some pages from it. and it's super, over the top action stuff. But I didn't realize it's like a horror tinge to it too, so I'll definitely read that. I think there's like 3 of them, right? I went to the Strand, and they have a huge comic book section of like used comics, new comics, and I wasn't really gonna buy any more comics. I've kind of been trying not to buy as many comics right now. I'm just trying to just look every day at the collection that I have and the things that I have, and not take on too many new stuff. But sometimes you come across some shit that you just can't not buy. There we go, that's better. And I don't know if anybody's ever heard of this book. It's one of these books that came out at a weird time, and I think this book wasn't bigger because of the infrequency that it was published. But there's 2 of these. It's Who is Jake Ellis and then Where is Jake Ellis, and they're fucking amazing. Tanchi Zonjic. I don't know if these ever got collected. I'm too lazy to look it up right now. But Tanchi Zonjic rules. But it's basically like an espionage spy book. And it is just masterful. It's just comic. I mean, Tanchi Zonjic is one of those guys that is just like a master storyteller. You when you're reading his stuff, like at least for me, when I'm reading his stuff, I'm just like, I wonder if he's literally sitting and watching like, CSI or like James Bond movies, and it's just sitting there just pausing and just sketching, because his stuff is just so tight and cinematic, and you know what I mean? Like, it's just perfect. Like, look at this. This is perfect. Perfect establishing shot. Right? And it's simple. It's just a one point perspective, super easy shot, right? But this shit is so hard to pull off because of like the simplicity of these lines and the simplicity of this composition. But you got boom, 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 boom. You got the nice little Z formation. This book is insane. It's kind of like Metal Gear a little bit too. It's either like Metal Gear or it's just a spy comic, and then it has all the tropes that all spy things have. But it's really good. I don't know. I read it a really long time ago on readcomicsforfree.com because I didn't have any money at the time. And I've been meaning to buy this book just to have it in my collection, but I just keep forgetting about it. And then every time I'm out and I see it, I'm like, oh fuck, let me grab this. So I bought this for like $1. This shit is amazing, and this is Tanchi doing everything, lettering, coloring, penciling, and inking. It's to die for. It's very cool, it's very fast paced. Come on, man, look at this page. Look at this page alone right here. All right, let's just check this out real quick. The guy climbs up, running. This is the guy that's like after him, runs past him, hits him, about to shoot him, shoots. Guy gets hit, falls off the building, falls onto a car, gets off the car. The sniper's running. It's just so cool, man. I don't know. I'm really bad at explaining the things that I'm into, but this shit's tight. This shit is tight. All right, so definitely go. Oh, look at this panel. Look at this splash page too. Oh, so tight. I kind of want to try to paint, like getting a digital painting, and like this is like the deepest that I want to go with digital painting. Like this is like where I feel like digital coloring needs to like go and stop. Like I like flats personally because I get to see the art, and I'm not looking at someone rendering over someone else's artwork. I feel like this is like this is a little bit more rendery than I like personally, but it still works with Tanchi's lines. So I'm thinking about trying to do some studies on Tanchi's just coloring work in general. So yeah, glad to pick this up. Check this out if you haven't checked it out. All right, what time is it? Oh shit, we've been studying. Okay, let's see. Yeah, there are 3 Strodes volumes together. The second one's okay. The third crunches together the ideas for 2 and 3 because they weren't going to get the 4 through 6 volumes that had been planned. Damn, what happened? Who's Jake Ellis definitely got collected. Not sure about the fellow. Okay, Yeah, I'm gonna buy them. Yeah, what happened with that Luther Strode thing? Yeah, there's only 3. This is the last thing I want to show off real quick. Charles Burns. I think this is actually being published in English now, but I got the French edition because I'm a what's the word? I'm pompous, I guess. I don't know. I couldn't resist. I always love getting new Charles Burns. I feel like his stuff now. I mean, I guess his stuff has always kind of been like a slow burn of a read, but now it's even more. Especially after like X'd out. I mean, this book, I don't know what the hell's going on because I don't speak French and I can barely read it. But this one seems like a really, really, really slow burn, and more just like, ooh, it smells delicious too, by the way. Ooh, oh my madon, that book smells so good. But it's always good to get, new Charles Burns in my life. Never gonna say no to new Charles Burns popping up. But this book literally looks like, I think this is just his first kind of straightforward like love story. I think this is literally just like a love story. I don't think there's anything like, I mean, there's some crazy moments. Like, this is pretty surreal. But I don't think there's like actually like monsters or anything. Well, in like weird dreams like this. But, Charles Burns is like one of my favorite guys, but I have to stop looking at his stuff. I don't really look at his stuff too much because the last like 3 books I've put out, anytime they get reviewed, everyone's just like, oh, this guy likes Charles Burns. It's like, I really don't draw like Charles Burns. This is crazy. Nah, I definitely came from like the Charles Burns school. Like when I first learned to draw, I was basically just studying Charles Burns stuff. So there's definitely Burnisms in me. But it's also just like annoying when someone like reviews your book and then they're just like, oh, this looks exactly like this guy. And it's like, not really, bro. It's like if that's what I'm trying to go for, I failed, bro. I didn't hit the mark at all. All right, let's ink. Keep your fingers crossed that my wrist does not crap out on me. My wrist has been fucked up. It's been very annoying. I did some figure drawing this morning. It's been a really long time since I did like figure drawing, like a figure drawing class. It was like a 3-hour long class, and by like, it was mostly because my wrist started hurting, but like by the first hour, I was done. I was so bored. I was like, oh man, this is so fucking boring. I forgot how boring figure drawing can be. I'm gonna put this thing on. See if this helps. Yeah, okay, that feels a little bit better. But yeah, I did like I feel really bad. I left early and the guy was kind of like, oh man, you're already leaving? And I was like, yeah, dude, like my wrist is killing me. And I think he just thought I was lying. I'm like, nah, man. I had to like wrap my wrist while I was there, and I was trying to hide it because I didn't want to, seem like a drama king or whatever. But I think I'm done drawing digitally. So what's been happening is like I'm like storyboarding a comic right now for this Chinese company. It's very strange. It's a very weird job. It's the weirdest job on the planet. It's not the weirdest job on the planet. That's me being a little jokester. But I'm basically just doing like the storyboards for this comic, and I'm doing it all digitally, and I've never really worked like that before. Like the most that I normally do digitally, it's very, very simple. Like I do like digital pencils, like really messy digital, like, you know, like basically these are all done by hand. So just imagine this, but just like on the computer. Like it's very, you know, messy and just kind of like the idea is there. I know what I need to do, kind of thing. And but on the iPad, man, it's just I have like a really small iPad, and I really wish I had just bought, like when I bought this iPad originally, I really wished I had just spent the extra money and bought like the 9x12 or whatever the hell it's called, the really big one. Really wished I had just splurged on that, because man, doing like any drawing on that thing like longer than you know, like an hour is just so annoying. And I'm not trying to complain also. I don't want people to be like, Jesus Christ, this guy's a fucking whiner. But I was being cheap when I bought it, because I was just like, well, I'm just only going to use this thing to color. Like that was like the whole thought process when I bought a iPad. But over the years, you know, I started being like, wait, well, I'm being a dumbass. Like I can pencil, because I hate erasing. So I'll just like, you know, like what the fuck am I doing? Like I bought this thing, like let's get some use out of it. And yeah, it's just killer. It's just killer on the wrist. I don't know if I have like the right. I've messed with like my settings a lot. I've messed with my my controls, my pressure settings. I've done all that. Let's see if we should just block this. We're gonna do that. I've done the pressure settings. I've done all of that good stuff. But nothing seems to really like help with the pain of using that thing a lot. You know? So I don't really know what to do. I think I'm just gonna have to either splurge and either buy a bigger iPad, which I don't really want to do. Or just, you know, tell my job that like, hey, I'm gonna just do all this stuff by hand. And yeah. So we'll see. I think there's, hold up, I actually need to look at something real quick. Okay, so this is the previous page. So I guess there would be blood on the counter, because she did just, it's very bloody, so I can make some blood on the counter. Put this over here. But yeah, man, what are you guys up to this Saturday? My girl's in Lancaster, so I got the apartment to myself. To talk about myself. Let's see. I just need to do something real quick. You check the shading. All right, so our light source is like directly above. Same as you, drawing away and wishing I had a bigger iPad. Nice. Yeah, man. One of my buddies, we drew together probably like 2 weeks ago, and he has one, and I was like, God damn, that thing it's massive, man. It's like literally the size of a 9x12 drawing pad. I'm like, oh, I'm so jealous. So that's definitely going to be like the next. I don't know though, but even I think it is. I think it's just going to have to be like the next big purchase. Maybe I can wrangle up some. I can wrangle up some commissions to just pay for it. I did that with when I needed a new computer, and that went like very well. I was like, I'm taking commissions, and I need exactly 13 of them to be able to buy a new thing. And 13 people were like, hell yeah, here's some money. And I was like, yes. No, actually, that time I didn't even do commissions. I just sold 13 pieces of art. That worked out very well. But I think this time I want to do some commissions because I want to draw some stuff that I'd like to see what some other people would want. For some odd reason, I've been wanting to draw the Flash. I don't know why. What size are you drawing on right now, Andrew? That. This hand had a ton of blood on it, so gotta try and stay consistent here. Oof, my hand's already starting to hurt, motherfucker. But I can't really like take off right now. Alright, so does this happen to anybody else? Does Spotify just like randomly put certain albums that you have saved on loop? Or not loop, not loop. What the hell is the word? What's the word? Random. It does this for like certain albums I'm listening to. Like I'm a really big album guy. Like I like, especially if like I save an album, that means every song on that album is good. I want to hear it in sequence. I try not to skip songs for some odd reason. I don't know why I do this. But Spotify will randomly just turn certain songs, certain albums that I listen to into just like random. It's fucking annoying. Derek's complaining again. What else is going on? 9x12 sounds like heaven, yeah, dude. I don't think it's even that much more expensive now because I don't really think iPads are like that cool anymore. I don't know what's like the new cool thing, but I think I made this sink too big. That's funny. I honestly don't know. It started as my wife's, and I sort of commandeered it when I figured out what I could do with Procreate smaller than 8.5. Ooh, yeah, you're probably are you using a mini? Oh my god, that must be hand cramp city. My girl has like an iPad mini from like the first generation. I was like, yo, she almost like threw it away. I was like, dude, some idiot on the internet like would totally pay for that. Well, you could definitely resell that thing. Yeah, that thing still turns on and everything. What did she just do? She just cut her neck too. So I guess there'll be blood. There'll be blood everywhere, basically. I really need to just emphasize that. It hasn't done that for me, but it does start sneaking its own suggestions in the playlist when I'm not paying attention. Yeah, it does that shit too. It's like, I don't need your help. Every now and then though, it'll definitely like include something randomly that I'm like, ooh, who's this? It did that with like a Perfect Circle the other day, and I've been listening to a Perfect Circle. Who's like another, it's like a band that I kind of thought was whack for some odd reason. I don't know why I thought A Perfect Circle was a whack band, but they're great. They're like a, I don't know. I feel like they're like Quicksand. They're like Quicksand, but like, I don't know. I don't want to say better musicians, like a more, I don't even want to say like radio friendly Quicksand, because Quicksand's kind of radio friendly. I'm not like, you know, like 90s hard rock radio. Like, I feel like you could play any Quicksand song and nobody would call in. What the hell is this? I got my kids in the car. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's pretty exciting. Gotten to next week I'll be like, dude, you guys heard of Lacuna Coil? fucking amazing. Who'd have thought that band was good? I've been listening to that fucking Judith song. It's so good. I didn't know. Alright? Don't judge me. I don't really like Tool. So, like, knowing that that's, like, Maynard's, like, other band, I was just like, well, I don't really like his first band. I'm definitely not gonna like... Usually side projects are not good. So I just had no urgency to go check that band out. At all. And, you know, there's a reason why some of these bands, you know, sell out arenas and stuff. It's like, all right, yeah, they're good. It's me. It's not them. It's me. Makes you think, though. It's like, damn, dude, what else am I wrong about? Is Pink Floyd good? Because that's another band I'm like, there's no way that band could be good. Who gives a fuck about The Wall? I've obviously heard some Pink Floyd, but not too much. Not enough to be like, yeah, that's great. Put on that song again. I've only really heard that one song, hey, leave those kids alone. Figure out this sync. I think this sync looks pretty whack. So let's go ahead and make it look cool somehow. Somehow, some way, somehow. Okay, maybe cool's the wrong word. Interesting. Let's make an interesting looking sync. How the fuck do we do that? I'm a comic book artist. We're gonna figure it out. Oof. You guys watching the Olympics? Gojira played. I can't find a good video of the Gojira performance. I'll probably end up watching the Olympics. I'm gonna put the Olympics on. For sure. But I'm more pumped that France rules, okay? France, they have a weird history for sure of, you know, just, I don't know. I'm sure if you when you peel back all the cool shit, you know, you'll find some weird shit in there. But 20th century or whatever century we're in, this century France, fucking awesome, dude. Best comics. They make the best looking comics. And they have one of the best metal bands of all time. One of my favorites. Fucking Gojira. That's another band I was a little bit late to the game too as well, man. Fucking Gojira. But that's why Spotify rules. I mean, it sucks that they pay people dog shit. But just like the access, man, like the accessibility. Like, I'm constantly finding new music, and I have no one, because everybody else is like over it or doesn't listen to music anymore because they're not 35-year-olds that spend all day by themselves. But me, to stay sane, it's like I'm listening to music a lot. You know, I mean, I'm listening to A Perfect Circle right now, you know? You know what it is about A Perfect Circle? Is those kids that wore Perfect Circle shirts in high school were cool goths. They're like the goths that were like smart. So they're like they're already like goth, and they're like already kind of like intimidating. But they're like triple intimidating because they're like, oh man, these guys like weird prog rock. Or whatever the fuck Tool is. I don't know what they are, but now it's making me curious. I'm like, dude, is Tool good? I don't like bands that have songs that are like 8 minutes long. I can't. It's hard for me to sit through that shit. The only band I tried doing that pretty recently with I tried getting back into Between the Buried and Me. I was like, you know what? I remember liking that band in like high school. Like, you know what? I feel like my music, like, you know, as you get older, like your palate gets better. Like, you can understand stuff that like you couldn't understand when you're like a youngin' listening to music. Like when I like, you know, I'd probably heard A Perfect Circle as a kid, but I was like, I'm not listening to this. It's too slow and sludgy, and I don't understand it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what they're going for. It's easier to get into a band like Deftones when you're like a kid because there's like screaming parts, you know. But even like this one Deftones album that I've been listening to a lot now is Self-Titled. And I loved Self-Titled when it came out. Like, Self-Titled was... there were a lot of people that were kind of like, oh, it's not as good as White Pony. And it's like, yeah, dude, there's no fucking way it could be as good as the Opus. But it's a damn near... I think it's... I don't want to say I think it's better than White Pony, but I think it's on the same level as White Pony. I think it's much more... I think the ideas are a lot more cohesive on the Self-Titled, whereas like the thing that makes White Pony so cool is like 2 years before White Pony, these guys seemed like they could only do, you know, I don't know what the fuck you'd call Around the Fur, because Around the Fur was pretty weird too. Like, I feel like Deftones has just always been like above their peers and just doing cool shit. Oh, why did I just do that line? That's a terrible line. I'm gonna have to erase that fucking line because that ruins that really cool thumb that I just inked. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, that's making me angry. Making me really angry right now. But I know a lot of people think that Self-Titled is like a weak follow-up record, and I'm like, you're crazy. I remember even at the time thinking, I was like, these people are nuts. Like, Minerva and Hexagram on the same album. Minerva, okay, it starts with Hexagram, goes into Pins and Needles. It's Hexagram, Pins and Needles, I believe Minerva, and then When Girls Call Boys or some shit like that. It's 4 back-to-back bangers. Okay, like, White Pony is great. White Pony's like It's like an amazing record, all on its own, for sure. I'm not saying it's not a good record. It's one of my favorite records of all time. But there's so many people that I meet, because as a kid I kind of hid the fact that I liked Deftones because nobody else around me fucked with Deftones. I grew up around a bunch of like hardcore kids that were like, that shit's whack. You listen to new metal, dude? That's fucking, you know, insert expletive here. But yeah, like nowadays that shit's cool. But during my time, like that shit was not cool to be. Or like at least where I grew up, like this shit was not cool to be walking around with like a Deftones shirt. Like, I don't know. I probably could have did it. I think it was just more so my friend group were a bunch of assholes. I probably yeah. So anyway, so now I openly wear Deftones shirts and, you know, let it be known they're one of my favorite bands of all time. But I meet people now, and there's some people I've met, like, well, I'll be like wearing a Deftones shirt, and I remember I was walking around somewhere, and this guy was like, "Oh, Deftones, hell yeah, dude!" And I was like, "Yeah, man." And he was like, "Man," I forgot how we started talking, but he was like, "Yeah," he's like, "They're still around?" And I was like, "Yeah, what are you talking? Like, they just put out Ohms, like 2 years ago. Fucking great record." And he's like, "Really? I haven't listened to those guys since White Pony. I just kind of, I think they just kind of suck after that." And I was like, "Have you listened to any of the records?" He was like, "No." And I was like, Jesus Christ. It's like all their records are good. Even the one that people are kind of like, it's not that good, is good. Saturday Night Wrist is like one of the ones that gets like a lot of like, you know, this one's kind of bad. This one isn't the greatest. And to the people that say Midnight or Saturday Night Wrist is bad, I say boo on you as well. That's another one of my favorite records from them. Saturday Night Wrist fucking shreds. It's a good record. Great record. It's another one of those. I think that's the. So there's this guy on YouTube that does these really great Deftones like deep dives or something. I don't even know what you call them. But he was talking about Saturday Night Wrist. I know we're kind of jumping around a lot. But he was saying Saturday Night Wrist is apparently supposed to be like White Pony 2. Like if you're in like the Deftones lore, that's apparently White Pony 2. And when he said that, it makes so much sense because it's another record where they weren't all like on the same page. They were fighting. Songwriting duties were split between. I think Steven Carpenter and Chino Marino were both writing again. Or I don't know. Yeah. I think Carpenter wrote most of those songs because Chino was busy with Team Sleep. I'm a fucking nerd for Deftones, dude. I know all this shit. Alright, so just doing this. Okay. Sorry, I just need to see what my face looks like when you squint. Okay. Let's see. Sorry, I need to like. Wait. Take a picture of my hands. Tweet. Ew, squirming. You know what? Let's move this. Yeah, there we go. There's a whiteout. It's gonna be one of those pages that's gonna have like 50 pounds of whiteout on it. One second. Shit. My poor computer. Got way too many things open at the moment. There we go. Ooh-wee. All right, I might have to take a break. My goddamn hand. Oh, did we freeze? No, we're good. Okay. Tweet. Goddamn hand. Dave, it's the goddamn cops. They're pulling us over. Dude, make Dave Chappelle funny again. Gotta make Dave Chappelle funny again. He's apparently got a new special coming out. I don't look forward to him anymore. You know what I noticed about him, because I was watching Killing Them Softly the other day, is he hasn't changed much, right? Like he still used to talk about controversial shit, obviously. And he still kind of did the preachy thing back in the day, but he was so much better at like leveling it out. You know, like he used to be able to like make a point and get serious and then just quickly be like, all right, joke time. Like insert joke now. And I mean, I haven't seen him live, so maybe he's a lot better, you know, live, but them specials. They are inspiring though. I will say that. Every time I watch a Dave Chappelle special, I am like, oh man, he's really good at like selling that whole like, if you just don't let the industry fuck you over. Like I think it's, you know, outside of like the really bad, you know, trans jokes and stuff. it is inspiring because he is like he is talking about like, yeah, don't let this industry tell you what you can and can't do, and don't let people tell you what you can and can't say and stuff like that. It's like, all right, cool, yeah, for sure. But also, you're really funny. You're really funny. I'm not funny. All right, let's get an S shape. Yeah, maybe I'll make some merch that says "Make Dave Chappelle Funny Again." Tight. Let's see. That was real revelation for me with Procreate. I can white stuff out as often as I want. I don't end up with a mountain of paint mucking with my line. I'm not as precise with my lines as you are. Yeah, man. Do you ever have the thing? I mean, this might be a little bit of I'm sure every artist has probably said this on the stream, but it's so true. Like when you've been you know, working in Procreate for a while, and then you work on paper, and you mess up and you start doing shit like this, or you like go over to like the side of the paper and you're doing like that. That always happens to me, like the first couple of days where I'm just like, okay, and like, sweet, now you just get to ink. And then I'll do just like weird shit. Where is the line? Oh, here's the line. Where is the line with you? Where is the line with you? Who likes Bjork? She rules. Those jokes are so odd because I remember him saying that he always felt weird about making jokes at the expense of black people because he had seen the wrong people laughing. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. But his thing, though, I think what he's saying is like he doesn't feel as bad about making gay jokes because it's mostly white men that are like transitioning and stuff like that. Which is like fair, because there's one joke he said where he was just like, you know, if it had been a bunch of like black people and Spanish people being like, hey, we all feel like women, we all want to be women now. Like, I can't say the joke on YouTube, but it's a very funny joke. I can't say it. I'll get in trouble. But I think that's his whole reasoning for going as hard as he is. I think if it was, I mean, I think there are a shit ton of, you know, black and Latino people that are coming out as trans and transitioning and stuff, and he doesn't talk about that. So it's like, that's the thing that I think is making people very uncomfortable, is that he's going at white transgender people pretty hard. Which, boy, oh boy, that's a topic that I am not, it's above my pay grade. But that's the thing, man. It's like, I gotta, like, listen to other shit. Because I listen to, like, Shane Gillis and all them, Chappelle, like, all these, like, controversial dudes. And so I'm just, like, kind of, like, ingesting all these, like, very controversial takes all day. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not a, like, I can't repeat any of this. I'm not a comedian, and also I don't really feel this. Yeah, it's like very. So I really try to, like, lately just kind of like limit. I'm like, that's why I'm like so into music now. For the most part, because I'm like, well, I won't repeat. The worst that can happen is if I repeat a lyric. You know what I mean? No one's gonna get mad at me. But if I accidentally repeat something I heard Shane say, that could possibly fuck up my career. Alright. I'm sure I will. Haven't drawn traditional media for a couple months now. Oh, damn. Go hard, baby. Hell yeah, dude. So the iPad is new then for you. Where the hell is my brush pen? Also, Spotify is really pissing me off right now in my headset because it keeps playing the same 3 songs on this album that has like 18 songs on it. I don't know why it keeps doing this. Today's a wacky day. Alright, sorry, I'm gonna take a breather for a second. Let my damn hand rest. Why are you playing like the same 4 fucking songs, yo? Oh my god, it's so annoying. Let's listen to some Quasimodo. Alright, wait, someone just texted me. Who texted me? It's my fucking girlfriend. Cell phone bill. Damn. Alright. Fuck that. We're going for it. We're gonna ink this whole page tonight. There's a part of me that wants to just put blood everywhere. But blood squirted from here, from her throat. And it's all over her shirt. So I don't know where else blood would really... You know? I don't know where else it would really go. Like... Here it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I may be overthinking. Okay. There's a part of me too. Oh man, I was supposed to black this, but this is in motion. Hold up. Yeah, I just started using the iPad around the beginning of June. Okay. Welcome to the party, pal. I guess I have to do something like this. Yeah, no, I mean, iPads rule. I mean, they definitely rule. How does yours deal with like the overheating? Cause mine, man, once that thing gets hot, that thing starts going ape shit. It starts having a mind of its own. Procreate starts doing weird shit. It's very annoying. Dirty niggas love how I get down. Also, thanks for calling my lines precise. Wow, that makes me feel really good. I think I suck at line art, but that makes me feel really good. Well, that's going to be blood in motion. If anyone asks. Yeah. Alright. Did you ever do the Frank Miller splatter ink randomly method for blood? I've tried it. I don't love it. It's very hard to control. And I think Frank Miller's like Daniel Warren Johnson, where like their mistakes are still works of art. You know what I mean? Like, and whereas like if I make a mistake, it's not good. Like I've seen, you know what I mean? Like those guys are just like on a different level where they can just do random shit like that and it still looks cool as fuck. But I've done the I like using the toothbrush. I like using that thing. That's a little bit easier to control. But that's about as like kind of crazy as I get. Cause like for the longest time I didn't really know how to like draw, so I kind of relied on stuff like that, where I'd like kind of go wild with like the inking and you know, I don't know. That stuff was kind of just like hubris drawing, and now I'm kind of trying to be more precise and like, dare I say, clean. Or it controlled, maybe, I don't know, with my line art. But yeah, I think if you can do it, I've seen people where they can control it really well. It's the results are amazing, but I can't do it, man. My shit looks weird when I do it. You have a very interesting style. That woodcut stuff is really cool. I think you can do a lot of damage with that, especially if you do a comic like that. I don't think anybody's gonna be mad at you. I think we're all gonna be like, "Holy shit, that looks amazing." Did you say you're working on a comic in that style? I forget. Please remind me, because I'll be on the lookout for that. I went down to that tenderloins. Ain't nothing tender about that motherfucker. It's the opposite of tender. That shit was rough. Haven't had trouble with overheating yet. It's an older version, but refurbed and relatively new to us. Oh, okay. Yeah, man, my iPad, whew, I think it feels like 1,000,000,000 degrees, yo. I used to date a girl that would, I think this is like a white girl thing. I don't mean to be racist, but certain white girls, when they sweat, they don't sweat like at their forehead, they sweat at their, like, the top of their lip. I used to make fun of her so hard for that. Like, yo, why's your top lip sweating? She's like, shut up, dude, I don't fucking know. We'd be like out walking, I'd be like, yo, let me get a kiss. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Fucking sweat. So now I'm drawing that as an ode to my ex. Don't say I never did anything for you, lady. You're in a comic. Like an addiction. Keep like an addiction. Hopefully I can pull off the manga thing that I'm thinking of while I'm doing this. I'm reluctant to call it a comic because it's image per page, but I'm working on sequential piece. Mid 50 pages so far. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I know where it's going, but I'm working page by page. Dude, that's amazing. Finish it, homie. See, that's what's like so cool about books is you know. Alright, keep your fingers crossed that this works out. This thing has been acting up. You know what? Hold up. Let's make sure this doesn't fuck up on me. Damn, dude, 50 pages that's good, man. That's a lot. Most people don't make it to 10. Most people don't make it to page 2. So you're at page 50, man. Keep going, brother. Keep it going. Why are you acting up? Stupid friggin' thing. Whoa. Yerba, sponsor me. I'll be drinking some motherfucking yerba mate. Why is this doing this? Come on, man. Sorry guys, this might look really boring right now. Down at the Y, and they get high. I'm listening to some Quasimodo right now, so if you're like, what is he, why is he just saying random shit that kind of rhymes? That's what's happening. You make me wanna touch my wine, hit you with the discipline 99. Yes, this is sort of coming together swimmingly. Did I tell you guys I've been watching Metal Gear Solid movies? I finally took the plunge. And put on one of those YouTube Metal Gear Solid. They're all of them are like 5 hours long, man. I finally did it. I was like, fuck this, dude. I'm gonna get into this Metal Gear shit. Metal Gear's tight. Kojima's the man. Ooh, that's way easier. Should've just did it this way. I started watching Snake Eater. The one where you're just in like the jungle the whole time. Pretty freaking cool, that Kojima. I really fucked up by not getting into video games as a kid. Cause I missed out on like seminal shit like that. I was there for like a couple things though. I was there for Dead Space. I definitely was into Dead Space. Definitely played the living crap out of that game. You know what I'm gonna do here? Let's do this. Let's do this, because it's not really making a lot of sense. Boom. Just make it another panel. Boom. There you go. That's how you fucking, that's how you do that, folks. Let's see. No, this is legit fascinating to me. Are you running the T-square across the top of the page? Yes. Because this guy is small enough to be able to do that. I have a gigantic T-square, but I have too much shit on top of my desk to be able to use it. So I got this little guy. And he's cool. It works. Alright. Yeah, it sort of works. That's kind of what I wanted. Let's get some more. Get some more sweat going on this girl. Hi Thanos. How's it going? Thanos is in the studio, everybody. I might have to take a quick break to go feed her, because it is that time for her to get her thyroid pill. Oh my gosh. Hi. How are you? What's going on? I think I did too much gum, but now it looks cool. Too much gum. That's okay. I had to pick a different haircut because all my girl characters have these like, it's like the faux hawk thing with like the side thingies. I forget what they're called. Literally every single character I draw has that haircut. It's like, damn. Okay. Let's get this panel going. His hands are a little small, so let's fix that. Yeah, those hands are a little tiny. Let's take a picture again. But you ain't heard yet. We building up respect. Oof. Alright. Let's see. So you did. Ooh, Jesus Christ. What am I? Hold up. Boom. Uh oh. Mm-hmm. What the hell's going on here? Oh, weird. I did some weird shit with my hands. Okay, so. Oh my god, I'm such a fucking idiot. Why did I do that? Alright. Gonna have to redraw this whole panel. Because I'm a jackass. Alright. Give me 2 seconds. I gotta go feed the win. 2 seconds. Come here. I've got to go feed the win. Alright. And we're black. Okay. God damn it, what the fuck. Alright, so what are we gonna do for this top panel? No, let's just finish this panel and then we'll go back up. Backable, take a hit. get some cooler shapes. I'm fucking up. I'm messing up. I'm destroying my shape language here. So, face looks cool. Let's get this thing going. I might need to look up some neck. Some neck. You remember when that was like a euphemism? Yo, she gave me neck. It's a fun time in rap. Oh, man, I kind of like this, but this doesn't make any sense in sequence because the hands change. And one thing that's awesome, I really want to do a YouTube video, but I'm not a YouTuber and I don't really want to be one, but it seems like you have to become one to do anything. You gotta have like 50 different things going on. I don't want to do that. I just want to make fucking comics and art. But one video I do really want to make is, also this is going to be the biggest scalpel on the planet. Getting an editor, man. Like, I've always kind of had that dream of, you know, I don't really think this exists as much anymore, you know, but like comic artists and, you know, writers all used to just have like, you know, an editor, right? And, you know, you'd have like this long lasting relationship like with an editor, like Archie Goodwin and Frank Miller, you know. That's the only one I really know. But a lot of people would, you know, have these long-lasting relationships with like their editor and make, you know, really good stuff. And I kind of always wanted that, but I never got it until, so I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna stop waiting for it, and I'm just gonna hire a fucking editor. So I hired one for Nosebleed. Shout out to the Sweet Baby Nance. I don't know if she'd like it if I called her Sweet Baby Nance. She'd probably be like, yo, I'm not a baby. I am sweet. But shout out to Nancy. She's a shit. She rules. She keeps me on my fucking A game. But it's great. Cause she just makes me just like, she's like, hey, like there's some weird continuity shit going on here. And I'm like, oh really? I didn't even notice that. Like, so it's just good. I don't know. Some people, Jesus Christ, my cat's going crazy. Some people don't like that, I guess. I don't know. I really have always wanted that because I like checking in with people, especially on like a project that I care about, a project that I'm involved heavily in. I like that. And also because like when I first got into comics, I kind of fucked up. Everybody that I knew when I was coming up that I kind of like looked up to always had this contention for their editor, and kind of like, I don't know, maybe editors were kind of coming off of like a reign around 2014. And like, I don't know, I just kind of was taught or just told like horror stories of editors, you know, ruining people's careers, or, you know, I just kind of was taught to just be like, hey, be wary of the editor, you know? So when I got my first book, we had an editor very, very briefly. Oof. All right, I'm pushing too hard. Shit. But I remember her telling me to do things and I wouldn't change them because I thought she was trying to be an evil editor. And now, when she left our project, she didn't leave because of that. She left because she went to go join Batman. But years later, after doing like, you know, a lot of thinking about stuff, I was just like, dang, dude, I really fucked that up. I should have listened. So now, like, when like I work with people, I'm very like, if someone tells me to change something, and if it's something like I like, especially if I'm like doing something for someone else and I trust their opinion and everything, and you know they're an editor especially, I don't mind, or I don't not Jesus Christ mind. I will change it, you know. But I really haven't had like a hands-on editor since that editor. Everybody else is just usually just like, yeah, just turn it in. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I've always wanted to run into her at a show and be like, hey, I'm sorry I was a dickhead in 2014. I thought you guys were evil. I don't know. Everybody told me that editors are there to like destroy projects. They're not good people. So that's what I thought was happening. I don't know. But I was like, oh no, you're just doing your job. I have a tendency to be a bit of a prick sometimes. I can be a little bit of a prick. So I try not to be so much of a prick these days. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Shizite. 4.5 on each side. Let's see. Nope. 6. 4. Four and a half. Let's see if that works. That works. Folks. Sorry. I'm listening to. Oh, wait, what's that? Yeah, why isn't this working? Oh, God. Let's see. We're live, pal. Yo, what up, dog? How you doing? So did Gojira actually open up the Olympics? Yeah, I'm trying to find video of it. I can't find. There's footage of it, but there's not like footage of like the whole performance. But apparently it's like a mashup of Gojira and Les Miserables. Then Andrew says, a good editor is a gift. The problem with most on-staff editors is that they're so overworked getting books out the door that they don't have time to do their job properly. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. Yeah, and they don't get apparently like paid that much. That's crazy to me. Yeah, dude. I mean, it makes sense, dude. Like Gojira is like the Metallica of France. I mean, obviously, like, I mean, that sounds pompous to me to say it makes sense. It doesn't make sense that a metal band is opening for the Olympics, but holy shit, is it cool. And boy, did they get one of the most metalist bands of all time to do it. I meant it makes sense that when you think of France and then you think of, you know, epic bands, the first band to come to mind for me is Gojira. I'm like, yeah, get Gojira in there. I mean, talk about just... That's just got to be such a awesome moment in your life to be like, holy shit, dude. We're a metal band from fucking buttfuck France. You know, middle of nowhere France. We play metal for a living, like brutal... weird eco-friendly metal because they're like really big eco nerds. And who would have thought? Now we're playing the Olympics. We're opening the Olympics. That's got to be a moment where you're just like, wow. What in the frick is going on? I can't believe this is happening. That'd be a moment for me where I'd be like, wow, I can't even fathom this. No, this is Urges 2. I'm working on like 3 books at the same time. This is, my life is madness right now. Let's see. I'm not sure if you'll find anything with good sound though. Not like a recording setup is all that easy to do next to a river. Yeah. The Olympics are notorious for brutally enforcing copyright. Oh, that's why. Okay. Because I'm like, this is a huge deal. Like, this is fucking Gojira. Why can't you find... I'm like, why can't I'm... Like, I'm on YouTube. I'm like, why can I not find any footage of... That's longer than, like, 15 seconds? And, like, all the ones that I've seen, you're right. They do have, like, horrible... really bad sound quality. Like, to the point where I was like, was this actually good? Because this sounds like shit. Yeah, they took down a bunch of Reddit links. Ah, bummer. Wait, so, Brian, where are you watching the Olympics at? I can apparently watch it on Google TV. I have a Google TV. Sticky green trees. Alright. Oh, my lord. Oh, my god. You see what happens to me, you guys? So fucking annoying. Let's make this a little bit cooler, because this looks like shit. I get high and start always pulling. Yeah, there we go. Sunned out vagina. We can do it for papes, because Madlib got the beat tapes. Ooh, on Peacock. Let's see. Geez, dude, how do you plan on releasing Resurged? What the hell does that mean? Yeah, they took down a bunch of Reddit links, like crowd footage, I guess, on Peacock. It's funny how different this style is from Urges 1. Yeah, it looks completely different from Urges 1. It's more in line with just how I draw now. But yeah, it's getting there. Hopefully people stick around for it. Oh, it says Resurged. I was like, the fuck does that mean? Urges 2 is going to be released. I have no idea how we're going to do it. I don't know. We were thinking about doing a Kickstarter. Because we do have like a lot of... We've got this. This is going to be really long. This one's going to be like... I think close to like 30 pages. Yeah, so you know, maybe a Kickstarter. I don't really want to do that, just because of how unfun that last one was. Had that ass looking like the Rain Man. Yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, maybe we're just going to put it online. I think Eric really wants to start like a website. Which I'm totally down to do. So we might just do that. Because you can't put this on like Webtoon. And then there's like this other like Webtoon thing we found the other day. But they're kind of weird. Like, they let you put up like explicit comics, but there's like this weird token system that they kind of use. So I don't know, brother. I don't know. It would be cool to, you know, if we had a big enough audience to just do like pre-orders, release it digitally. Yeah, digitally would be cool. release it digitally. Maybe Tapas. Tapas is cool, but nobody goes there. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I have this cool thing I want to try out real quick. Okay, so I bought this thing the other day. So let's see if this is gonna work. Yes. Okay. Hold on to your butts. People want the physical copy though, in my opinion. Yeah, some people do. I don't know. Some people don't. Ah, interesting. Interesting. Alright, so let's do this. Guillotine. I'm gonna just do it by hand. I don't really like that. Yeah, I got it for this big ass painting I decided to do, just like out of the blue. And put a curse on you. But I wanted to do big ass paint, like oh my god, sorry, this is making me having to concentrate. I'm not making any sense right now. 1 second, give me 1 second. I bought it. Oof, that's too big. I bought it because I wanted to be able to do really big word balloons. But I don't think it's gonna, I think I'm gonna have to like finagle with it a lot. But yeah, sorry B, I missed you a couple times there on the Discord. But I wasn't purposely dodging you. I don't want you to think that. I just decided to do this big ass, cause so my studio, I'm keeping all the walls blank so I can do paintings. So I started this big ass painting. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's gigantic, just for fun. And gouache, some tits. But she's supposed to be saying something, but I don't have ellipses that are big enough for this. So I got this thing to try to make some ellipses with, but I don't think it's gonna work out. Maybe it might work out, maybe. But yeah, so you know, you just make it smaller and smaller. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to like freehand it. The studio's cool. It's definitely like the longest studio I've ever had. Yeah, man. Come up, dude. Come up. All right. So this one goes out to all the skin hitters. Biggest studio, I think so. Yeah, actually, to be honest, I think it is like I want to say the longest. Like my girl was like, "This is gonna be your studio," and I was like, "This shit's fucking kind of big, dude. Like, I think this is supposed to be like the master bed." But there's no windows in here, so she's not a big fan of that. She likes some good windows. Oof. Jesus Christ. Yeah, obviously this is not realistic blood at all. But yeah, man, it's cool. It's a good studio. It's very spacious. I thought the not having windows thing was gonna rule, but it does kind of suck. Like, it does kind of suck. Because my last studio had one really large window, and just kind of jokingly, I would tell my girl, I was like, man, it kind of sucks having this window here because I can just like see the world having, you know, fun while I'm like in the studio just kind of like toiling away. I was like, kind of feels like torture. And so she kind of like, I guess, took note of that. It was like, when we were getting this place, she was like, yo, you can have this bedroom because there's no window, and I know you really like that. And I was like, I mean, kind of like, I don't know. Shit. I still like to see what's going on in the world. But our bedroom has a really cool view of the restaurant. We live above 2 restaurants. Does no windows make you a little crazy? Yeah, it makes me very crazy. I don't like. I mean, I love this studio a lot, but yeah, the no one. It's really good at night because like I know nothing's going on, so I'm not missing anything. But during the day, it's kind of a little bit like, Jesus Christ, I feel like I'm in a bunker. But it's a great place, honestly, and yeah, man, fucking rules. It's good. It's better. Like I think I'm starting to kind of get back into like the night owl shit too, which I'm kind of trying to fight. But it's just, it might have to just, because I think that's the only way I can get stuff done. Like I can yeah. Because during the day, man, I just like, I like sunlight. I'm not a fucking vampire. So I'm like, I've been kind of going to like cafes and stuff. And just because I also want to see like, you know, the neighborhood and everything. But, yeah, just sitting here during the day and it's really sunny and really hot and it's nice out. It's like, dude, what the fuck? I don't know. But, like I said, it's tight. Like a little couch chair and small TV. Make it a goof off pad too. Yeah. I definitely was thinking of that. Definitely, I mean, there's not enough. I mean, it's pretty full. So it's kind of like at capacity, but it's big. You know what I mean? Maybe I could fit a beanbag in here. Maybe. But yeah, no. Yeah, goof off pad's a good idea. I don't really have any goof off shit. Like I really want to get a guitar. That could be a goof off activity. What else? Yeah, couch would be tight. But then I feel like I would never leave then. I'm like, well, oof, yeah, I don't know. But yes, I got some more paint too. What do you guys? What have you guys been up to? What the fuck? What's going on with you guys though? Enough about D Block here. You're watching the Olympics on Peacock. How's the kids? How's the wife? Like a 357 or a 225. Is that working? I don't feel like that's working. I think I need to go in further. It's kind of working. Head cracks. Where my bows at? But you're bluffing. Hydrant, hydrant. that. I think it's too distracting. Right, let's wipe that out. Fudge. I'm not gonna have enough white out. Do I have any acrylic? Oh my god, no, I got rid of all my fucking acrylics, you dickhead. Come on, man. Please tell me I didn't do that. Oh, what an idiot. I did. God dang it. Oh, you silly goose. You silly man. You silly fool. Why did you do that? Dang. Oh, that's annoying. Whew. Also, man, bending down and getting back up. Whew. Anybody else get dizzy? Holy shit. I'm like legitimately dizzy right now. Alright, so I have white gouache, but what I'm afraid is gonna happen is it's gonna turn that shit gray. Alright, so let's figure this out. There's gotta be something cool we can do here. I like it here and here, but I don't like this. I think this is too clashing with this, so. Let's see what we can do. Because I don't want to do that. I like it here. I think it's sort of working, but it's not totally there yet. Don't make me go get this hatchet. Oh, for some odd reason, that looks cool. Oof. Come on, baby. Alright, so let's let this dry. Something there. Something there. Something here. If you're getting dizzy after standing up, it could be a sign of low blood pressure. It was for me. I don't want to overreact, but if it's happening a lot, you should get checked out. Is low blood pressure good? I thought high blood pressure was bad. Jeez. Yeah. You know what's funny is my wife is a fucking doctor. If I tell her that, she's gonna be like, what have you been reading, WebMD? She'll be like, you're fine. What's up with low blood pressure? What's up with that? I don't want to be on blood pressure meds. I'm 35. It's too soon. Can I just eat like a banana or something? We astro traveling. Normal blood pressure is good. High blood pressure is heart attack. Low blood pressure is strokes. Oh fuck, I can't have a stroke. How do you get low blood pressure? Where do you get it from? Go to WebMD. I'll take the heart attack over a stroke. I don't want to stroke out. Someone's going to be like, that's actually not funny to joke about. It's like, it's kind of funny. Heart attack, it's just like, don't eat, you can't eat steaks anymore. Steaks is over. It's over for you in the steaks. My like uncles had like 4. My uncle's had like 4 heart attacks, and he's just like, any day now could be the big one. I'm like, all right, dude, just chill. Freaking me out. For me, it was bad med combination. I'm usually high blood pressure. Okay. Yeah, that's what I figured I'd have is high blood pressure. I drink caffeine all day and I'm angry most of the time. Dude, I better not have fucking low blood pressure. That'd be so fucking dumb. I don't want to be on blood pressure meds. How's it being on blood pressure meds? Is it okay? Alright, come on. Let's fix this. There's a way to fix this. Alright, so maybe we just like... Because this arm's moving, so maybe we just do it... I don't even eat like a lot of food. I eat like once, maybe twice a day. I should not have any medical issues. I hope not. If anything, they should be like, we don't know how you live on 1,000 calories a day. I'm like a squirrel, dude. I eat like almonds all day. I drink caffeine. Play with my cat from time to time. And I'm angry most of the day. Most of the day is just like, Jesus fucking Christ, this stupid fucking shit. I gotta get some therapy, man. Yeah, I eat like a dumbass. Lately, it's been like a bagel. It's been a bagel, a BLT on a bagel. BLT on a bagel. That'll usually get me through most of the day, and then dinner. Lunchtime is usually like, you know, I don't know, a couple almonds. Yeah, I don't work out anymore, so I don't like eat that much. Although I did do Muay Thai. I went back to Muay Thai for a little bit. And everything that I said was gonna happen, happened. They were like, you used to fight, huh? And I was like, yup. They're like, shit. And then we sparred. It was fun. But I was like, nah, bro, you can't be doing that. I gotta choose some better snacks. I think that's the big thing. Okay, this looks better. This looks cleaner. What do we want to do? It was really good. All jokes aside, it was really fun getting back in there, hitting stuff. The gym, though, that I was going to, really cool guys, but they're mostly a jiu-jitsu gym, and they have like they mostly just do jiu-jitsu, and then they end the night with a Muay Thai class. So, you know, it was cool. I just want to do Muay Thai. I don't have any like I don't want to do jiu-jitsu at all, or MMA. So like paying like, I think it was going to be like $250 a month just to just do Muay Thai every day would have been not a good use of money. And a lot of the people that were there doing Muay Thai, not to talk shit or anything, they were all like beginners. Yeah, so it was like, dang, I can't even really like, you know what I mean? It was just like, well, I'm not really going to be able to get like I'm going to get a workout, obviously. Like, I mean, I'm out of shape, so it was crazy. I was dying. It's crazy just like how out of shape you can be, but still remember everything, which is awesome. Like, I still remembered how to do everything. Yeah, dude, every gym here is like 200 at least a month. So I need to like get a gym budget before I sign up for a gym. It's very expensive. It's crazy. I think that was like the cheapest one that I've seen. All the other ones have been like very, very, very fucking expensive. And I get it. Owning a gym and paying rent in New York is probably just insane, but I crush strawberries and bananas actually like the most. I crush cherries more than strawberries. I like cherries a little bit more because those help with the inflammation. Yeah, man, it was cool. You should I'm thinking about trying this boxing gym. There's like a boxing gym where you can pay drop-ins and pay like I think it's like $40 a session. Which I'm like, yep, that's about what I want. I don't want to commit to a gym. And I don't want to be, because when you commit to a gym, you guys already know all this. It's a pain in the ass when you want to get out of the gym membership. Like you have to, yeah, here we go. This is what I want to do. You have to cancel your gym membership on the correct day of the month or you'll be charged. It's such a fucking hassle to get out of a gym membership, and I just don't want to do all that shit. Just want to go somewhere and work out, but I'm conflicted, right? You may like boxing, just don't do any headshots a little. Yeah, right. You already know, dude. Well, like, so I was like pretty much like, all right, I'm gonna go do Muay Thai again, and I'm just not gonna spar. And then like the third class I went to, like only like 3 people showed up. That was the other thing about this place too, is like I said, really cool coach, really cool facility, really small, super chill. But like there just weren't that many people there too. So that's like the other thing about it. It was like, damn man, like nobody's really coming here for Muay Thai. Everyone's like, the jiu-jitsu class had like 8-10 people. At least 6 people every time I was there. There would be that many people doing jits. They call it jits. But Muay Thai, man, ain't nobody was there. So that was like the other thing. It's like, dude, do I want to pay that much money? It's just so much money for like not that. You know what I mean? Like. But third day I went, we all just sparred, and it was nice. It was nice sparring again. I gotta admit, it was cool. And the coach I went with was very controlled, and it was awesome. And then the other 2 guys I went with were new to sparring and stuff, but they were also controlled as well. They just had that like spazzy, just like that weird like spazzy energy, which is always like scary. Like that shit's scary because you're just like, I don't know what the fuck this guy's gonna throw, but he's gonna throw something insane. But it was fun dealing with that again and just being like, all right, because like when I'm out of practice and I'm like sparring with people like that, it makes me just like lose my composure, and I just start being like really reactive. And then it's just like, it's nice that like my brain was like, hey, just stay in your stance and just move out the way, like you just keep your composure. And then I was like, oh yeah, and then I kept my composure, and I was like, all right, fine, I'll just move when you do weird spazzy shit and I'll kick you. It was nice. It was nice to like still have all those like habits. All those habits like came back. I didn't lose anything, which is nice. I lost cardio, obviously. Like my cardio was atrocious, but yeah, other than that, it was cool. Turnout can be tough at a lot of gyms. Yeah, you said there weren't that many people at your boxing gym, right? MFers always want you to spar. Yeah, I know. That's why you got to go to a gym that like specializes. Like if you go to a boxing gym, obviously you're probably gonna be boxing and sparring a lot. Muay Thai gym, same. But when you go to these gyms where they're like, they're kind of like a melting pot gym. Or what's like the best way to call it? Like a, all-in-one gym. Those are when you're gonna get. I don't know, but this is the first one I've ever gone to that does that. So it was cool. But I can imagine at a boxing gym, that's got to be. I can't imagine. Maybe I should just do this. I can't imagine that. I really want to go though. I really want to like get my boxing up. For no reason. I just want. I really want like good footwork and good head movement. Maybe that's it. I think this is it. I think this is what we should do. You guys can't see it, but that's like the big thing that I'm worried about. It's just like I'm gonna spar. I know I'm gonna fucking spar. I can't say no. Because I have a fucking ego, and I'm just like, yeah, this guy wants me to spar. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna spar. And then next thing I know, I'm sparring, and I'm, I think if I were to do boxing, though, I think I would be like, nah, bro, I'm not going to do that shit. I don't know. What do we want to... What's the sound effect we want to do for this? Plick? Splick? Plick? Splick? I don't know. Let's try that. I think that's cool. Huh? My pop shot 6 cops, I remember. Alright. I need a pen. I need a hero. One second. We got a pen. But yeah. Did you ever find another gym by you? The Bright Man Cometh? Stop saying my name. Neil, it's Dave. Stop saying my name. What hour are we at? Oh my god, now you got me worried about this blood pressure thing. Yeah, every time I bend down, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Who else but Quagmire? Alright, I'm gonna have to whip out the big T-square. Where's the big T-square at? This is gonna be so fucking annoying. Let's see if we can do it. Alright. All I can hope for is that I die before my fucking fiance. And my last breaths will be, don't have sex with anybody else, you fucking whore. I'm gonna haunt you. Nah, I'm joking. I'd let her do whatever you want, baby. I'm dead. No, I know. Now I'm like thinking about it. I'm like every time I bend down, I'm like, ooh, fucking low blood pressure. God damn it, really? That's not a fun one. It's pretty easy to treat though, right? Just take a pill. All right, keep your fingers crossed. Oh, this is gonna be so annoying. You know what's funny is every time I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna do speed lines right here. I'm like, yes, this will be so easy and quick. And I used to not use a T-square for speed lines. I used to just do speed lines with like a brush really fast. And the difference when you do it with just a brush really fast, it's like, it's kind of cool, but what's the word I'm trying to look for? It just looks really messy. Me, I don't want to be messy. So doing it this way, damn. Let's get a little closer. With a diet? Oh hell yeah, dude. I love diets. I also have a hole in the back of my tooth, so I'm wondering if it's that. Probably just fighting off a crazy infection right now. Yeah, one of my fucking molars broke. I've just been dealing with that. That sure is bang. Would you say you don't use Hearthguard? What's up, homie? What the heck's going on? I feel like I lose some energy, but you have to be... I still don't use a ruler. I feel like I lose some energy, but you have to be careful. Wait, are you talking about blood pressure or are we talking about comics? Good morning, sunshine. This is just one of those things that when you're using the T-square for speed lines, you just got to be patient, and I'm not very patient. So it's just like a really big, like, just kind of wax on, wax off kind of thing. Let's see, is that looking cool? Because then this happens too. I'll be like, is that looking good? I think it's gonna work, but I don't know until it's done, basically. And then you guys have to look at a crazy screen for a little bit. I'm sorry. How's it going, Hearthguard? How you been, brother? But I know there's like some tricks you can kind of do. Like I know some people will leave big gaps. Downtown with a Y. And they get high. Oh yeah. Been good. Broken molar, that sounds like a total pain. Yeah, it's honestly fine. It catches me off guard because I'll forget and then I'll go and eat on that side and then I'll be like, oh fuck, you know, while I'm eating. I'm like, oh, jeez. I really gotta get this thing filled. It happened it happened when I was at like Heroes Con. I was chewing food and all of a sudden I was like chewing on a tooth. It's happened to me twice. Like it happened on this side when I was eating some Trader Joe's chips. I probably could have sued Trader Joe's. But so it happened when I was at Heroes Con a couple of years ago. I was like eating at the bar and I was like, I think I'm chewing on tooth, because you can taste like tooth. Like it tastes really, like all of a sudden your mouth just tastes weird and feels like you're eating a jawbreaker, like pieces of a jawbreaker. Unless that's just me. I mean, I've had this happen twice now. So we were at the bar drinking, and I was like, I think a piece of my tooth just came out. And they're like, oh shit, drink more, dude. It's always fun watching comic cars get drunk. I control that shit, because when I first was going to conventions, I would go there and I would like just turn 21, so I was like, oh my god, we can drink and talk about comics? Did not handle that really well, so now I'm very much like a good boy. Tastes like rock, yeah. Just got some French curves, can't wait to try them out. Any tips for speed lines? For speed lines, kind of like a feel. It's kind of one of those things, unfortunately, that's like a feel thing. Like with this, right? Like I'm kind of trying to leave some gaps, because that kind of makes it more. Man, this is hard. It's hard to explain speed lines, because everybody kind of does them a little bit differently. But what can I say about speed lines? Any tips? Any tips? Yeah, man. When you're doing them, like start. Okay, so where there's more tension at, keep the lines closer together, and where there's less tension, you can kind of start to spread the gaps out a little bit more. Like up here, like I'm gonna do a lot of gaps, because it's not, her arm is doing like the motion, so there needs to be more speed lines behind like the arm. But up here, and the further away we get from this like central action, you can kind of break up. You can have like these gaps in your speed line. It'll look a lot clearer in like a few minutes. But that's something that I've kind of like, I learned after a while, and then kind of like looking at, you know, manga, and some people will fill the entire thing with like no gaps at all. But it looks kind of bad when you do that, especially if the line weight stays the same the entire time. It looks just kind of weird. So you'll kind of notice, if you look at like James Herron's really good at it. He kind of uses different line weights and gaps with his speed lines. So I'd say like look at him, Daniel Warren Johnson, of course. Look at how he does speed lines, and then, you know, I mean, manga, man. Like the mangaka, I would say probably don't look at like a lot of like I know some of the Image guys were doing it back in like the 90s. Some of that stuff doesn't really look that great. Everything else about that comic will look cool, but like the speed lines look like, There's like a weird art to speed lines that I'm not even that good at. So that's why it's a little hard for me to be like, oh, this is exactly what you do. But this one channel called My Manga Life. It's this girl. She has really good tips. She has really good tips on like manga techniques, and I learned how to do speed lines by watching her channel. It's called My Manga Life. She's a little weird, just fair warning. She's a little like otaku. She's definitely not a little otaku. She's like super otaku. So if you can handle that, she has a wealth of information. White Manga is another really good one to learn a bunch of like manga techniques from. I think he has like an hour-long video on speed lines. Never finished that one, but yeah. So let's see. My Manga Life. Yeah, I believe it's that, or it's either My Manga Life or My Mangaka Life. Okay. So do you kind of see? I'm pretty happy with this. All right, so we'll take a look. Also, when you're doing speed lines, tape down your page. That's another tip. How about that for a tip? Tape down your page so that your page doesn't move, because that'll really destroy it. But do you see how there's gaps up here? Some people will leave like space around, like a halo around their character or whatever they're like doing speed lines behind. You can do that. So now these lines are a little too light. Also, yeah, that's another good tip too. Sorry, now all the tips are coming to me once I stop doing the speed lines. Start with like a really thin, I did these with like a 0.3 micron. So start with something small, and then you can build up from there. Like I'm about to probably go over these again, just because these are a little like too thin. Should I put an eye? What do you guys think? You guys think I should put an eye in between this? I guess another good tip is to put your paper and your ruler that you're using in a direction that is like up and down, going across. If you have like a long enough table, going across is good. But try to just keep it in a direction that's like good for your arm to do most of the work, because you don't want to like be doing like these lines with like your fingers. So that's like another tip-a-rooney I'd give. All right, so like this right here feels good for me to like you know what I'm saying? Quasimodo crew. Alright, so then what I kind of like to do is just kind of, I'll take my brush pen, and this is just kind of freewheeling it. But I'll kind of like just like build up the lines a little bit. Just to give it just a little bit more of like a oomph. And maybe fill in like some of the gaps that, like I kind of left like a lot of gaps. And then when you're doing it, when you're kind of freestyling it, right? Keep your wrist locked. Keep your pen kind of like tilted so you're getting like the tip of whatever you know, brush pen or whatever like micron you're using. And you're basically just doing this. Like you see that I'm using like my elbow. Like you just get real mechanical here and just use your elbow, and then you can get some pretty like straight lines. See that? I kind of think of it as like a, have you ever seen a printer like print paper, and how like a printer's just like bzz, 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 just like really just like quick motions? That's kind of how I think of it. Yeah. So you see? So yeah, that's speed lines. Honestly, man, just like, you know, in a sketchbook, just get some practice in. Just try them out, because it's like one of those weird things where it's just like a lot about feeling more than anything. Like you got to get a feel for it, and then once you kind of have a feel for it, you can kind of figure out like a way to like tackle them. Yeah, this looks better, because I wanted this blood to pop, and I don't want anything else to really get in the way of that. And yeah, I'm happy with this. I'll take it. Won't catch me now. Alright. I think that's good. Let's thicken this shit up. I'm trying to stop squeezing as much. With my brush pens and my utensils. Apparently I'm fucking old. Alright. That's what we're looking at for this page right here. Damn it, is this fucking thing out of ink? This actually looks kind of cool. I really wish I could do more with the dry brush. I don't know. There's a part of me that wants to try it out more, especially just for like background stuff. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we can go with this. I've done it before, and it looks cool in the original, but when you scan it in, it just looks like shit. Hopefully Gojira can get the, been playing around with dry brush for hair texture. It's cool, but easy to fuck up. Yeah, for sure. It's one of those things that's like, you can do too much. But there's this part of me that really wants to do like all my backgrounds in dry brush so that they look like they're out of focus. I just haven't sat down and tried it out yet. Quasimodo. Okay. And then we got a splash page to ink, which I think, how much time we got? We're at 2:42. Okay. Man, so this particular scene right here, I really wish I had played with the shadow. I mean, I still can, because I put my hand on the desk, kind of like how you see that shadow that's happening. There's a part of me that wants to play with the cast shadow that helps you to lead the eye down here, like this knife is doing. Like my knife is pointed so that your eye is going to go this way. And then I have this shadow, like I'm about to black all this. So you look in here, go up, then you're going to boom, boom. So I'm going to play around with that real quick. See if we can make something. I mean, I really like this blood. This like very simple kind of blood splatter, little like blood drops here, but I think this is like wood, and I really don't feel like having to draw like a bunch of wood panel. I guess I could do that. Let's maybe try that. I don't know. Let's see if that, because then I'm gonna have to do it for this panel too. And I have been wanting my backgrounds to get a little bit better as far as like texture and shit. And I think this might help, but I really think just doing a you know, a cast shadow would be kind of cool. So let me just play with that for a second. So what would it look like? All right, so okay, so this is the cast shadow. Okay, interesting. So I already did it wrong anyway, so all right, so what are we looking at? Let's see. But then there's no cast shadow here. What the fuck? Okay, sorry, my brain's thinking. Maybe I'll do something like this. Tribe Called Quest. But then this is gonna make it so that there's a cash out. The cash out is gonna be going this way, and I need it to go this way. So that's probably why I didn't put a cash shadow there. Interesting. Damn. Would it still work if I did this? I guess it kind of works as like a visual cue. Yeah, I guess that kind of works. I don't know. Let's look up wood texture. What the fuck is wood texture? Oh, wait, I have a wooden board right here. See, that's your brain. See, that's my brain being like, let's procrastinate because I don't want to solve this problem. All right, so I'm just going to look at my board and see if we can kind of emulate what's happening here. Okay. The homie that made this board did a really good job of killing the texture on this, though. I can't really see it. Let's see. I think it'll work. I don't know. You guys tell me. I'm gonna ask the audience, right? All right. So picture all this blue shit is black, right? Is it leading your eye? Is it working, or am I being crazy? Let me know if this is working or not, because you are technically the person that would be reading this. So let me know what you think, or if I should keep playing around. Nobody's there. All right. Quasimodo. Schemes and dreams to get the dollars from. I should just put on Quasimodo so you guys will know what I'm referencing. Oh man, I hate buying these damn microns, man. Cause I'll buy these things and I'll use them like once, and then I never use them for like a year, and then I'm like, oh, I need a micron, and then I go to use it and it's fucking dry, and then I really gotta like sit here and like force the ink to come out. It's very annoying. My buddy JG's got me worried because he was on David Finch's stream, and like these guys are, you know, they're both in their 50s and, you know, are still drawing very well, but they're just like, yeah, this shit doesn't get easier. I still think I suck. You know, I thought by now I would be like, oh, I feel good about everything that I do. I'm constantly worried about fucking things up. I'm like, Jesus Christ, it really never goes away. And David Finch and JG are very accomplished. So it's like, wow. Those two dudes still think they suck, then holy shit. Like, all right. I'll tell you a funny JG story. I went over to his house. I was just thinking about Doom, Quaz, and the Smiths today randomly. Hell yeah, dude. I think it will work. Shadows under the knife will be like the point of an arrow. Oh, tight. Yeah, that's how they stay on top. Yeah, for sure. All right, let's see if this works. Funny JG story. I think like the second or third time I went to go hang out with them. We used to live like really close to each other in Philly. And hold up. I gotta see if all this ink's gonna go flying out of this thing. We good? We're good. Okay. Go over to his house because I used to go there. I used to work like right down the street from him, and so I'd go over there on like lunch breaks and just shoot the shit, look at some art. Crazy. I'd see like the craziest art ever. And I remember one time we're looking at like the 52 covers he did. We're looking at like because he was shipping them all off to go get sold. And I mean, if you've ever seen those 52 covers or any covers that he's done, they're just as bright and vibrant in person as they are like in print and on like, you know, like you see it in like the solicited ads, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was like the craziest thing to me. It was like, damn, bro, like it's crazy that you can get this vibrancy with gouache. And you know, I mean, we're literally looking at like cover after cover after cover of just amazing shit, right? And like at one point he like, you know, I'm like just gushing because I'm just like, dude, this is like the craziest shit I've ever seen. Like, this is crazy. This is fucking nuts. And like, he looks up at me, and JG's like, you know, like probably like 50. I think he's like 56 or something like that. I don't know. He's like in his 50s. But he looks up at me and he goes, "Yeah, man, one day I'm gonna really be a good artist." Like, totally dead ass serious, right? Like, he was not like fucking around or like trying to fish for like a compliment. He was like, "Yeah, I can't wait till like the day that I'm like actually finally a good artist." And I was like, "Well, buddy, let me tell you, I think you're good." I think you're there, homie. But it was crazy to me. It was just like, this guy thinks he's not good? It's fucking crazy to me. Like, have you guys ever seen that Red Robin cover? It's like Robin on like a motorcycle, and there's like a huge explosion happening behind him, and he's like in the air, and he has like the Robin staff. Like, he's like flying through the air, and there's like a bus exploding, and there's like cars exploding. It's like one of the most epic covers I've ever seen. And like, just the fact that, I mean, I was literally holding that cover as he said that. Like, I was literally gushing over this cover for like 20 minutes. I was like, this is fucking insane how you did all this. And he was just like, "Yeah, man, one day I'm going to be, I can't wait to be a really good artist." It was something like along the lines of like, one day I'm going to be really good at this or something. It was something like that. And that struck a chord with me. I was like, wow. Maybe I'm not humble enough, because like, if I had did that cover, I would have been like, everybody can kiss my ass, dude. I'm the greatest cover artist of all time. I'm like, I'm the best. That's why they hire me. Daddy doesn't get out of bed for anything less than, you know, whatever the page rate is. But yeah, man, that's how I knew that dude's special. That dude's awesome, and how you can have like a long ass career. Also, JG is the man. He's like the nicest guy ever. He's got a, oh fuck, you know what? Here, let's plug the art book for JG. I think he's still got a couple days left. JG Jones art book. He's got a Kickstarter going right now. Yeah, 4 days left. Kickstarter's doing gangbuster numbers here. Check it out, you guys. Boom. Ooh, my hand is killing me right now. Okay. Yeah. We'll plug for JG Jones. There you go. Check it out. I did. Alright, let's ink these panel borders. Actually, I have not been inking panel borders on any of this comic. Alright. Well, Eric will be very happy to see that I finally got some more pages done for this damn book. So many Philly-based artists. Yeah, man, Philly is that place. A lot of people don't realize it. All right, so that's the page for today, guys. Like, comments, like and subscribe below. No, I'm joking. All right, I'm gonna start. Hold up. Yeah, man, Philly's got a lot of talent, and yeah, Caroline Cash, she just moved to Philly. She just won an Eisner. I want to win an Eisner now. I want an Eisner. 2025. Nosebleed. Eisner. It's gonna happen. All right. How long in total have you been working on Urges 2 so far? On and off all year. This is like page 9, unfortunately. I've been just mostly just like I'm on page 70 of fucking Nosebleed, so that and my job takes up all my time. So, but I'm trying to finish this before the end of the year. Like I don't want to go into next year and not have Urges 2 done. All right, so let's see if we can bang out this one. But yeah, Urges, like I started January. I busted out like 8 pages then, and I haven't gotten a chance to jump back on it. But the 8 pages are colored and lettered. So there's a part of me that just wants to just release 8 pages kind of sporadically, but everything now is what's the word I'm looking for? Everything is, you gotta really kind of be strategic about stuff now, so. Alright, let's pencil this. Yeah, you gotta be strategic. You were thinking about the Smiths the other day? That's hilarious, by the way. Sorry, I didn't. That totally. Let's get these hands a little bit more expressive. Reading that Trad Moore, that Silver Surfer book really got me thinking. Just like no wasted emotions anymore. Really gotta sell everything now. I don't think you were here earlier, Brian Man, but we looked at Silver Surfer Black. That book is insane. I feel so bad that I'm so late to the Donny Cates train. I think I read like an issue or 2 of Ghost Fleet, and I never finished it for whatever reason. Oh man, all right, come on. That motherfucker can write, man. I'm gonna send him a message. Be like, hey motherfucker, I didn't know you were that good at writing. Nobody told me. That's the thing with, like, I guess writers on Twitter, man, be getting in trouble. I guess it's just easy to, I guess, propel your career on Twitter as a writer or utterly fuck it up. I like this thumb, but I might have to sacrifice it. This is big, so this is gonna stanzas. This is think I was telling you guys about, I never managed to do either, so at least I didn't fuck it up. What's that? Twitter? Yeah. Oh, man. This book is so good. It's written horribly, but okay. I think I was talking about this book a couple months ago when I was reading it. This book, it's called Dynamic Wrinkles. It's written insanely, but for some odd reason, it made me think about wrinkles and understand wrinkles a little bit more, like a lot of it more. But it is such a chore to read this book. I highly suggest getting this book, but if like you read about 30 pages and you're like, what the fuck is this? And you want to give up, I don't blame you, but keep going. It's good ass book, but it is, I still have like 30 pages left to read on this, but okay. Sorry, I was just confused about what the back of this character looks like, right? So yeah, because like this is like a hospital gown, so I don't really know what that oh my god, I can't talk. Sorry, I'm like thinking at the same time, talking at the same time. I don't know what the fabric is like for this fabric. I don't know if it's like loose, if it's heavy, or if it's like stiff. I think it's like a pretty loose, I don't know, I haven't been in a hospital gown in a while, so. If you guys are in, okay, wait, sorry. Got a Chinese book for you. Hey, I got a Chinese book for you. That's funny. Brad Wesley. All right. What do the neck muscles look like? Let's look up neck muscles real quick. Ooh, the computer is so hot. Computer. Is UFC 303 tonight? Can someone look that up? Because I might go to a bar and watch that. Because I'm almost done. I might finish this page. That'd be crazy if I can knock out 2 pages today. Because I think UFC 303 or 304 is tonight, and Leon Edwards and Bilal Muhammad are gonna fight again, and I kind of want to go see that. Very loose, not stiff. Okay, very loose. So that means less wrinkles then, since it's loose. Which isn't fun. I like drawing like a lot of wrinkles, but more wrinkles. Here's something that I learned from that book. The more wrinkles there are on material, the tighter that material is, the looser. There are less folds, but they're big folds. So then these are just going to be big ass folds. Which isn't that fun to draw, but. This is going to thin out, right? And then, all right. I'm very excited to ink this shit up here. Have you guys seen Angel Cop? If you guys have never seen this anime called Angel Cop, highly suggest you fix that. Go check it out. It's on YouTube. The greatest streaming service on the planet. I'm glad that YouTube stopped making YouTube shorts or YouTube content. Remember they were like, well, everyone else is doing it, we're gonna do it too. And then they quickly were like, wait a second, we're not doing this shit. It's just way too expensive. We're not paying actors. Fuck this. They got out the game quick, baby. They're like, listen, we'll just let people upload really awesome anime illegally. And we'll just stay in our lane. We asked for traveling. Let's do this girl's ears real quick. Pick up some motherfucking bat ears. Hell, them shits look like again. I ink them differently every single time. I need to like find one reference and then not look at other references. Every time I have to draw her in bat form, I draw her ears completely different. What do you guys up to for the rest of the night? What's everybody got going on? What the heck is everybody getting into? I split that I left it in half. From split that up. This is the other splash page. You guys are getting a look at some shit that has not come out yet. This is gonna be a gory one. One, two, three, four. All right. Might try to do a manga competition next month. Brother, you should totally do it. Which one? The silent, which one is it? Is it still looking good? Okay. Drawing upside down. Let's see. There's a big ass vein there. And let's just get some other veins going. Because why not, you know? Oh shit. There we go. Sorry, I had to fix that. Looked like she was fucking smiling. That's not what I want. Okay, is that better? Yeah, that's better. Oof. Okay, let's everybody shake out your hands. Shake out your hands. Kyoto International. Tight. How many pages do you have to do? Uh-oh. The sweet baby Thanos is here, everybody. Oh shit. Sweet baby Thanos is in the house. What's going on, cat? It could also be it could also be my Wi-Fi. I have Spectrum Wi-Fi. Shit sucks. Yeah, let's go. Oh man, going the distance to stream. Maybe like 30 more minutes. 16 to 45. Okay, it's doable. Hearthguard. If you want someone to help you with, like, guide you or whatever, not guide, but just like someone to check in with for that, let me know, man. Because I want you to do this. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. You should definitely do it. Let's see. Alright, so this is the hard part. I have no idea what long hair looks like. Like, what do bangs look like flopped the other way? Like, I have no fucking idea. So I gotta look up some refs. Let me look up some references for that real quick. Yeah, let me know, man, if you want like weekly check-ins or something, like, you know, like deadline check-ins or some shit for that. That'd be cool. Let me know. Because that's what helps me get shit done, is like having someone to check in with. I mean, I pay my editor, but, you know. Fuck. What the fuck was that? Oh, okay. Hair, like, upside down? Oh, shit. Yeah, there's like a ton of references for this. Awesome. Okay, cool. Dude, I was like sweating this because I drew this and I was like, this is what I want. And that's why I just have like a hairline right there. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that looks like. Okay. So let's look at some references real quick. Yo, do any of you guys know like how to do the screen share thing that doesn't look like the Matrix? I need to just watch some tutorials again, I think, on what's this thing called? What's this program called? This program is called OBS. I need to watch some like OBS. The baby Than is good, Bremen. She's good. She was acting a little weird a couple weeks ago, like when we first got here. She was really tired. Wasn't doing like jack shit, so I was like, oh man, I'm getting fucking nervous. And then randomly she just started limping. Like she just started limping like around the house. I was like, what the fuck? Why is she limping? And so I go up to her and, you know, like gently squeezed one of her paws and she was like, ah! Like freaked out. And I was like, what the fuck is going on with the cat? Like, why is she limping? And so I grabbed her and kind of like put her in my lap and like looked at her paws, and like she had two ingrown toenails. Like, oh man, it was brutal. So I freaked out and I was like, oh my god, like great. Because I literally just paid rent, so I was like, well, I don't have any money. Fuck, how much is this gonna cost? And I called the vet, and well, before calling the vet, I looked it up. I was like, can I just pull these out? Like, cause I'll just do that. And this YouTube video just like showed you how to do it. So I was like, I called the vet and I was like, yo, can I just pull these out? And they're like, you can do it if you feel comfortable doing it, but otherwise just make an appointment. I was like, all right, I'm gonna attempt it. And poor baby Thanos, man, she's never gotten violent before, but she was not having that shit. Like, she was like screaming, biting me. And finally, it was really quick, really easy to do. You cut like really high up on the nail, and then you can just literally just like push it out of their paw, and it's totally fine. But yeah, we did that, saved ourselves probably, I don't even know how much money. And then like the next day she was like back to like being a normal cat. Running around the house. She was back to being in a good mood. So she's like at that age now where she's just like, I mean, she's like 14. So anytime she's like low energy, I freak out. I'm like, oh fuck. Oh no. But then she's like totally fine. Like right now, she's just running around the house, destroying shit right now. Alright, boys, this is going to be hard. I'm procrastinating a little bit because this is going to be kind of hard to pull off. Now, I don't think you're going to see her ear. Yeah, because her ear would be like right here. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah, this is going to be tough, boys. This is going to be tough. I'm going to have to really... Oof. Maron. Alright. Give me... Do you guys hear that? That's my cat. It's a 14-year-old cat. We got her this squirrel. I got her like a little like plastic squirrel to play with. And she fucking, every time I buy her like toys, she never plays with them. It's very annoying. I'm like, dude, this is a cool squirrel. She got you. Come on, man. And now I think she's finally giving it the business. She's making me happy. Alright. Maybe this actually won't be that difficult. Alright. So there's some light hitting it right there. Yeah. Okay, I think we're gonna be okay. I think we're gonna be okay. Oh, did I tell you guys there was like a bomb threat? We had a fucking bomb threat right down the street from us. We live pretty much right next to a police station. Oh, that's the worst, dude. My grandpa's dog has this weird dew claw thing that grew in a circle because she wouldn't let us cut it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they get really bad. Like, cause I guess some cats are like really like, or animals are like, do not like their paws being touched. But what'll happen is them shits will like start growing in a circle. Oh, it's so gnarly. The ones that I watched on YouTube were like way worse. I was like, oh god, I can't even like sit through this. But Thanos is like just started, so like they were in there, but they weren't in there like too bad. Like when I pulled it out, I was like, oh fuck, pretty deep. But they were good enough to where she was walking without a limp like the next day. Did you have to evacuate? No. So, I had been inside all day, and I was like, I'm gonna go on a bike ride. So I gotta get my bike. We park our bikes in front of the police station because we parked our bikes literally for 2 days out front of our apartment, and they got fucked with. Like people, fucking crazy ass drug addicts, like destroyed our bikes. So we had to get our bikes repaired. So we've been parking it in front of the police department, and I'm like walking down there, and there's all these cops out, and the news reporters are all out, and just normal shit. I don't know. There's like always like commotion there. So I was just like, whatever. And I'm walking, and like this lady goes, hey, whoa, you can't go down there. And I was like, well, I gotta get my bike. My bike's right there. I'm not. My bike's like literally right there. And she was like, well, you can't go down there. And there's been a bomb threat. And I was like, what? And then like, I guess when the shit pops off in neighborhoods in New York, they send out these chancellors. So like that, I guess like work in the neighborhood or something. So this guy was like, well, I'll just go get your bike. And like the cop kind of looks at him. She's like, I don't really know. And he's like, no, I'll just go down there and get it. Like, and I'm like, I need my bike. Like, I need to go down there and just get my bike. I'm not gonna blow anybody up or anything. And then and so like we're kind of like going back and forth because I'm like, I don't really know this guy. I'm not gonna just give him my keys to my bike. But I'm like, he does have a priest thing on, so I guess he's legit. And as I'm like handing my keys to him, the other cop lady like comes out, and she's like, what the fuck does he want? Because like we're all just kind of like going back and forth. Like I'm like, okay, fine, like he can get my bike. But then the cop lady that stopped me was like, well, I don't think you should go down there either. And then the cop was like, no, it's totally fine. Like it's all over. You know, it's all over. And then they're all going back and forth. And then this other cop lady just comes out of nowhere, just like, what's he want? And I just snapped. I was like, I didn't start this. I just want to get my bike. They started this. And then the lady's like, calm down. You're innocent. It was like this. Fucking cops, man. Cops do like not know how to like de-escalate shit. Like this lady just came in hot. Like this lady, everything else was pretty calm. Like we weren't fighting. I wasn't arguing with them. I was just like, I just need to get my bike. Can someone go down there and get my bike for me? Like there was no argument going on. Nothing was happening. But this other cop just decides to just come out and is just like, what the fuck's going on here? And just made me immediately just go, fuck you, lady. I didn't do anything. I just want to get my fucking bike. It was hilarious. But the bike was gotten. But yeah, some idiots like rolled up on the police department and were like, yo, we got a bomb back here. And immediately got arrested. That's you go to jail immediately for saying that kind of shit. And then they had to like shut down the block basically for like, and we didn't even know this was happening. Like I knew it, like by the time I got out there it was like over basically. So there was just like news cameras. But yeah. And then the day before that, this black kid, we were going to get our bikes again, and this black kid is just like in this cop's face with a camera. Right? And I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? And the cop is just kind of just like, whatever, man. Whatever. And then as we get closer, I hear the kid being like, yeah, you motherfuckers got cameras. You motherfuckers are allowed to look at us. I'm allowed to look at you too, motherfucker. Like, just in this cop's grill. And he's like, I'm gonna go over here. And like, cause there's like a parking lot where all the cop cars are. And then there's like the police station. And then so like the kid's like, oh, what's going on here? And then the cop follows him and gets in the way of like the camera. And I'm like, what the fuck? the hell's going on? Why is this kid doing this? And as we're leaving, I literally just like yelled because like the cops are I like cops now. Now that everybody hates cops. Because I'm a contrarian piece of shit. I'm like, dude, cops are pretty cool. Cops aren't bad. But no, I don't know. This kid was just like messing with this cop for like no reason. I was like, yo, leave the cop alone. And then when we came back later, because it caught the kid off guard. Like I think the kid thought like I was gonna be like, yeah, you fucking pigs, you fucking cops. But I was like, yo, man, like. Also, the guy that he was harassing was like a Spanish cop. So I'm like, yo, dude, what are you doing? You think that guy doesn't get enough shit from his family and friends? Are like, hey, look at this traitorous piece of shit became a cop. It's like this guy's not having fun. I promise. Or maybe he is. I don't know. He might be having a good time. Who knows? But when we got back, the guy was still out there, and he like gave us a nod as we walked by. I was like, yes, that cop's gonna hopefully now look out for our bikes. Oh, let's see. Dude, my dad was a cop for like a year, and he said they train you to keep a higher level of aggression when you deal with people so they are less likely to mess with you. Like, bro, why would you try to start crap with a cop? Gotta go. Dinner's being served. Thanks for the hang. Yo, thanks, Andrew. Go have a good dinner. I'm gonna get some dinner as well. Yes, Hearthguard. I don't know why people decide to fuck with cops, but people do it. And I get it. You know, cops are... You know what? Cops, like the idea of a cop isn't whack. It's just the execution of most cops are pretty whack. Like how they just do dumb shit. Like they just killed that one crazy lady, and they're getting a bunch of trouble. They're in trouble for that right now. It's just like, dude, stop shooting people. If cops just stop doing that so much, I think people would, mellow out. But it's like, dude, you can't just shoot everybody. That seems to be like the only thing. They're just like, I don't know, fuck it, just shoot her to make her stop. I don't know. I didn't look into the case. I don't know what happened. So I'm mostly talking out my ass. But yeah, I don't know why this kid was just wanting to start a fight with a cop. It's like, yo, you got a death wish? Are you bored right now? Like, what, are you trying to go to jail on a Tuesday, random Tuesday? But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of like psychotic, episodes in New York. There's a lot of people having psychotic episodes, and I'm not a cop. I don't know what it's like to deal with somebody that's having a psychotic break, but I mean, they got all these other weapons. They got nightsticks. They got pepper sprays. Like, just use all the other shit. The gun should be like the last thing to come out. I'd rather get my kneecaps busted in than shot in the fucking chest. So strange. But what do I know? I'm a fucking fledgling comic book artist. I don't know jack shit about most things. I've been scared though. I don't know. I've been scared a couple times. Been in some heated situations. I guess if I had a gun, who knows how those situations would go. I don't know. This guy's giving cops the benefit of the doubt. Listen. I don't want them motherfuckers to go away. I'll just say that. Because if some shit pops off, I don't want to go up there. I'll be like, yo, I'm telling the cops. I'm sending in the boys in blue to deal with this situation. I don't want nothing to do with this crazy motherfucker. None of that made sense. I understand, but all right. I think it's gonna be time to cut this because I'm babbling and I'm tired. But this splash page is gonna be sick. Let's not get greedy here. Let's save this for another stream, huh? He wants that lawsuit lottery money. Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah, it's wild out there on both sides. I agree with that. I think there's... Oh, God. Yeah, I know people, like, totally kill you for saying shit like this, but, like, I think there's good people and bad people. You know, and I'm sure someone's going to roll their eyes super hard that I said that. But it's true, man. It's like, I don't know. I've had fun run-ins with cops, and I've had run-ins where I'm like, Jesus Christ, what was that guy's fucking problem? You know? Just depends on the person. But I do think it's like crazy that people think, like, people are like, I mean, all right, to be a cop, most people that become cops aren't the greatest people, maybe. I don't know. What should we say? What should we say? I don't know what we should say about cops. Let's not make this political, because I don't want to make judgments. But I think if you want to boss people around and, you know, upload weird laws, you know, I don't know, there's something weird about you for sure. That's the job. You know, you're a control freak. I don't know. There's definitely some weird shit going on. You know, like, hey man, that's what you want to do? You boss people around all day? Get people in trouble? You're a fucking tattletale, dude? You want to be a tattletale and get paid for that? It's whack. Alright. So all this is going to be black. This is going to be black. Black. Hair is going to be black. Woo! It's going to be, maybe I should just go eat? No. You know what? I'll stream again tomorrow. How's that sound? You guys going to be around tomorrow? I'll ink this tomorrow. There's a part of me that wants to get this shit done tonight. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. Looks good, bro. I'll hit you up when I've got the outline done in a few days. Yeah, man, hit me up. Discord. Let's set something up. Because that'd be cool if you knock this out. Totally down to help. Yeah. This is 3.5 hours. That's good. That's good. But cool, yeah. So we got 10 pages of urges, almost done. It's big news. What else? If anybody's watching that hadn't tuned in and is new here, hold on. Make sure you grab yourself a copy. Make sure you grab yourself a copy of Nosebleed. This is the new joint. It's tight. 10 more pages left to do of book 2. Book 2 is coming out in November. It's going to be debuting at Seattle Short Run. Might be there, depending on how expensive plane tickets are. But it's coming out. If you like gory, psychic horror, then this is the book for you. Yeah, man. Make sure you grab yourself a copy. There's not that many left. 40 pages, baby. $10. Go get you some. Nosebleed. We got a quote from Jessica Abel. God damn it. All right. But yeah. I see that ring thing there. What ring thing? Oh, this thing? Yeah. Just time for the holidays. Yeah. Other than that, yeah, thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna get some food. I might go watch the UFC, dude. I think I'm gonna try and find a bar. All right, I will talk to you guys later. I think I'll stream tomorrow. How's that sound? But 2 Saturdays consistently. Of course, next Saturday I have to go to fucking San Diego for a goddamn wedding, so I won't be able to be there for that. But yeah, all right. Cool beans. I will talk to you guys later. Peace. You will not be able to reconnect.